Ocean pollution has had a horrendous impact on aquatic life for hundreds of years. Animals are deteriorating physically and quality of life has gone down. One example of a grueling disease caused by ocean pollution is plasticosis. Plasticosis is an agonizing disease brought on by ingesting sharp plastic. As the animal digests the sharp plastic, it leaves behind a trail of internal injuries and scarring. These scars make it exceedingly difficult for the animal to eat and digest food, leading them to starve to death. Although birds are an aquatic life, they experience many of the consequences of ocean pollution. Seabirds are at risk for ingesting and getting caught in pollution, since it floats at the top of the water just like their food. As of 2018, 60% of all seabirds have eaten pieces of plastic, and scientists expect this to rise to 99% by 2050. Aquatic creatures have also been known to ingest pollution. For example, in a recent study in the Mediterranean Sea, over 100 loggerhead sea turtles were examined. They found that over half the turtles consumed plastic. Specifically, one turtle had ingested 67 pieces of plastic. Overfishing is one of the most destructive businesses to the ocean. Although it may sound like a small issue, overfishing impacts every part of the ocean. Big fish companies use the method of bottom trawling. Bottom trawling is when a boat drags a humongous weighted net across the ocean. The goal is to gather as many fish as possible, but during this, habitats are destroyed and they bycatch other creatures, including endangered species. It is estimated that 650,000 whales, dolphins, and seals have been killed annually by these weighted fishing nets.
Ocean pollution impacts humans in several ways, primarily through the consumption of contaminated seafood. Toxins like mercury, pesticides, and industrial chemicals accumulate in marine life and can cause neurological damage, reproductive problems, and cancer in humans. Coastal communities, small island nations, and people in the high Arctic are most seriously affected. Additionally, pollutants in the ocean can lead to long term health conditions, cancer, and birth defects. Ocean pollution also affects humans' well being indirectly through damaged ecosystems, compromised biodiversity, and loss of oxygen in seawater, ultimately threatening the survival of vulnerable populations and health of the planet. People throw garbage in the ocean due to a combination of factors, including lack of proper waste management, littering, and inadequate sewage systems. In many areas, especially coastal communities, waste disposal is insignificant, leading to garbage being swept into the ocean through storm, drains, or direct dumping. Additionally, human behavior such as littering and improper disposal of waste contributes to the problem. In some cases, natural disasters like storms and floods can also transport trash into the ocean. Overall, a lack of awareness, education, and effective waste management practices contribute to ocean pollutions. Contaminants such causes pollution in the ocean through various pathways. Plastic debris, industrial pollutants, and agricultural runoff enter the ocean through litter, storm drains, and wastewater treatment plants. Once in the ocean, plastic breaks down into microplastics, which are ingested by marine life, potentially causing harm. Industrial pollutants like PCBs and DDTs accumulate in marine organisms and biomagnify through the food chain, posing a threat to human life and the environment. Agricultural runoff, including fertilizers and pesticides, can lead to harmful blooms and further degrading ocean ecosystems.